Thanks for watching. Best of luck. Welcome. This is personal computer gameplay, presenting another U-boat mission. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the show. Also, thanks Deepwater Studio and Playway for the ongoing support. I hope to be posting more content in the not-too-distant future. Thanks for watching. Best of luck.
Welcome back to U-boat. Tonight, in New Zealand, I intend on completing the final stage of Battle of the Mediterranean. I've almost completed it, and this is pretty much how I did it. I just wanted to put it on my channel there, so if you're sort of attempting, because there's a large tonnage required on the actual Mediterranean battle there, and the only real way that I've actually got it all done very quickly, because I'm still in 1942, was actually getting a milk cow over here, which I'm going to resupply, and I just did a mission here, and then I come back out, sink a few more. There's not many convoys coming through this particular part of the map, and you can actually just go back, rinse and repeat, start the mission again, stuff like that, but you're probably better off to get it done more efficiently and to stay out here on the water perpetually. Far better just to sort of have the milk cow ready to go and just reload, refuel, get you more obviously torpedoes, coffee, whatever you need, and come back straight back out and just carry on until it's actually you've knocked a large tonnage down, because you know, I think it's around 250,000 ton you're after, and I found that they are here. There's good tankers, there's great ships here, and it's fairly good tonnage, but you've got to stay out here a long time. That's why I haven't really filmed the whole thing. I wanted to just film the last part, and then I'll be moving on to this part, the Mediterranean operations, which is one more escort duty, and I think a delivery or dropping off a commando or a spy onto one part of there, and then this will be complete. I'm going to be filming the escort mission. I didn't film the first one. The weather wasn't the greatest, and it ended up to be a little bit of a problem, like pea soup. The first recording I did on the actual, because the escorts are a bit funny. They're touch and go. Sometimes they're very straightforward. Other times you've got ships appearing out of nowhere basically, and you're not picking them up on the hydrophone until it's too late, stuff like that. And the last one I actually had like a ship I thought was attacking my convoy, and it was actually a merchant freighter in the end there, and so I filmed the whole thing like pretty much an idiot, and made a big deal about it, that it was a attacking destroyer, and it turned out to be a freighter, and I thought, oh well, it's not really, it didn't turn out that great, so I thought, nah, it's not really good content. I just want to show this, really, this side of things where it makes life easier, which is getting, you know, a milk cow out here. You've got to get it out here early, really. I sent mine around here, because your milk cows, they can't really be in the main traffic areas. They will get destroyed, and you'll lose their access to that particular one. But at the moment, heading out there now.
Shipmast small group bearing 0 degrees.
Here we go.
Submarine
I normally in the past I haven't actually put the milk cow. I just usually travel back to the port, get my torpedoes and fuel and come back down, you know, and it's like start another mission. But this time, far nicer with the milk cow. I mean, I haven't had to struggle with fuel. I've got so many, I've got unlimited supply of torpedo, all the basic necessities. In fact, I haven't checked the food for a little while now, so I might do that now.
Turn on the pump.
Yeah, almost run out of fuel, so food, so it's no worries. There's no problems now, you know, because the milk cow's taken all the stress out of it basically. Normally you'd come down here and you'd probably spend 2 hours out here on the water looking, and you'd come across ship after ship, but it takes a long time. So that big travel commute up to the top and coming back down again, it sort of makes it even longer, you know, so it's just nice to have this sort of connection there where I can come in here.
Captain, we've reached our target.
We'll stop.
All engines stop.
I'm going to send a large delegation over there because that should speed up loading and unloading, stuff like that. So if you are taking on the Mediterranean, it's not too bad, but you will hear, excuse me, you will hear a lot of people comment that there's not many convoys and it's very difficult to get on a bit of a run there where you're smashing over a lot of ships, and you know, they are here. It's just and I'm going to be showing you the last part of what I've actually been doing in a few minutes. In a little bit of time. It's just a matter of getting into a certain place in their shipping lanes, and utilizing that, because it's just one after another, and that's what I've done practically the whole actual chapter, this chapter. So I'm just going to load up now. And let's see what their cargo. Fuel, like that. Now what I do, I just do this. You might see there's only like four torpedoes. Take the food, and obviously the kippers or dried fish, and I've got plenty of that for the time being, so I'm not too worried about the food. I haven't even used any repair parts, nothing like that, so I've done quite well for myself. I've used up all the coffee because the crew have been non-stop this particular chapter, working into exhaustion. You got to give them the coffee, it keeps them awake. So, you know, it's just obvious stuff like that. Now I just click it over 2 days. I'm going to go back to see your cargo. Oh look, there's some more torpedoes, and I'm going to just keep throwing them in. Move it over all day. They get resupplied, you see, and this is the good part about all this. And again, and then just like that. So you know, I've got oh, actually I had those in the main storage bay. I should have really got and replaced them with the better ones, but hey, it's not a problem. I don't mind any of the torpedoes I'm getting at the moment. I don't really like the loots, so I haven't really researched those. I just find they're a little bit problematic for the style of play I have, but you know, they are good and certain, like a strategic weapon. in certain situations they're great. They're an awesome torpedo, but for the sort of style I use, 90% of the time, I don't really like using those all the time. So if we've got nobody there, I could have actually got the transferred the survivors, as you can see, and but I haven't really been picking them up. I just thought, well, it's a bit of a waste of, it's been a waste of time. I've just been rolling around. I did come across yesterday, I did an hour out here, an hour and a half mission, and I did come across a convoy there, and I actually wiped them out, but I thought there was actually 4 more ships to actually take on, and I snorkeled the boat, and it was 4 destroyers, so they were hovering around like sharks. Lucky they didn't detect me. I stayed down really deep, and that's pretty much what saved my and was very quiet, that's pretty much what saved my the boat, really, to be honest. I followed my usual style that you might see in my other videos, and not a problem. Got out of that situation within a few minutes. So right, what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to my little roost over here, which is
full ahead. Flank ahead.
oh, already got contact. What's going on here? I don't really, because the milk cow's so close, it doesn't matter about
Captain?
Nice injured, extended damage to maintain. Oh yeah, nice court martial that guy. Sailor. He's injured. One of the crew had a fight, and they've injured. He died. He died from his injuries. So that's definitely a court martial. We do not play around with that type of thing on this boat. If you kill another sailor, you will be held to account for that.
We have reached our target.
Excuse me, just had a puff on my vape. Right. Not to say, just if you're wondering if you can hear the noise. That doesn't usually happen, unfortunately, that they actually injure another sailor to that extent. But hey, it's just, although it better not have been one of my sea wolves, I better check that out right now. Oh, I've got someone with tuberculosis awaiting a court martial. That's actually one of my sea wolves that have done that. So that's one of my skilled sailors. That's a shame. Could have lost. Oh, look at that. We do have a convoy. This is probably, I've been out here for an hour and a half already, and this is the first convoy I've actually seen. So we're about to get down to it. We've got a full load of torpedoes. We've got pretty much everything we need, and I'm going to get the crew ready. I think they're closing in. Right, so we don't even have to
set a course to these coordinates. Half ahead.
They're coming across here. So
Full
we're
ahead.
going to go full. Oh no, we're going to go less
Slow
speed.
ahead.
Slower.
Dead slow ahead.
Dead slow. They're sitting at 50, which is perfect. I'm going to load the guys up with
Turn on the pump.
this is the time to get prepared. I'm going to get this guy some coffee, so he's got plenty of time to waking hours. I'm going to get the navigation. I'm going to get that pumped up because I don't want him doing that when we're actually in the middle of a convoy and we're sinking ships. So here we go. You know, this is actually, thinking about it, this could be the actual last part of this particular, you know, if I'm looking at, say, 35,000 GRT, I think that's what it works out to. So just under 35. So it could actually be the last part of this mission, which will leave this particular convoy on a high for the actual. It hasn't really taken me too long to do this one. It's just a few extra hours, you know, mucking around. But once you get in the shipping lines, like we're right here now. This is a shipping line, you know. They're coming in and out this way. I've had tanker after tanker coming through here. Probably 2-3 in a row, and that's good, you know. 11,000 GRT, so we're going for that, really. And here we go. We're a crew member down. Right, we're at 10.
All engines stop.
Alarm.
Positions.
We're a well-oiled machine.
Silent
Show
running.
the enemy what a U-boat can do.
All hands, silent running. Keep it quiet. Affirmative.
I think the strategy I'm going to be using here is because it's such a large convoy coming through, I'm going to go silent and I'm going to sit in their path and wait for them to pass by.
Man the radio room.
I need some help here.
If I do that, then I will have pretty much a pick of the ships that I'm going to be having a good sink on, and
Set a course to these coordinates.
in fact, I may even turn the boat around.
Change course.
They're coming through this way, so now I'm going to continue on that course, but this is the game plan. I'm going to be saving this very shortly.
Change course.
In fact, very bad
Night lights.
visibility at the moment. Oh, that's not too bad. I thought it was in the red. Obviously going into alarm and silent running. It switches the lights to blue. Look at that. Oh, magnificent. That'll do me. There's plenty of sinkage, as I like to say. I like to call it. It's tonnage, but I call it sinkage. Coming in there, and they're all heading my way, so it's all down to me, basically. It's a pity I can't call the wolf pack over and we could just have an absolute field day with these guys. So, but maybe if I get the radio guy to send out a signal, report it to headquarters, maybe something will happen in regard to that, but at this stage, I doubt it.
Set a course to these
Right.
coordinates.
We're just trying to set it up now. We're cruising in there, but we're coming in quiet. That's the name.
Slow ahead.
We don't want to tell them. We want to be the take the first shot. And,
Change course.
oh, closing in 5 to 10. We're almost in visual, which is 3, coming into 3. We're going for the main middle of it because we've got the visual. Because we don't want to be on the outside. That's where the destroyers usually hang out, and we don't want to know about those guys from the very beginning. But obviously they'll be looking for us. But if it was visual, this is actually a perfect setup for me to go chuck it in reverse. And in fact, I could do that right now. I'll just go reverse 1.
Dead slow astern.
If I do that, then I can sit out the front of them and actually use the torpedoes just to smoothly go into the actual like this. You will soon see. I'm going in reverse very slowly, so -9. That's actually increasing, so we're going to do an all stop. Coming going in. Convoy spotted. Now,
25 degrees. I could use some help over here.
the enemy have detected that,
All engines stop.
so we want to change yellow.
Destroyer. 15 degrees.
Snorkel's not out.
355 degrees.
They're coming on in. Perfect. Let's launch decoy. And then we're gonna. Oh,
Dead slow
reverse.
astern.
Oh, here they come. They picked up on the transmission that I just made. My mistake. But I'm just trying to ease out of here very quietly. I've dropped the decoy. If these destroyers will hang around this particular area, that's leaving the convoy just to continue their journey. That's what we want.
Coordinates.
Divide and conquer. They're picking up on the decoy, hopefully.
Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course.
Oh dear. Gotta take these in ASAP.
I'm ready for your orders.
He's coming basically over the dropping periscopes. Not looking good. Too close. And I'm gonna drop on the decoy and we're gonna crash dive.
Maximum safe depth.
Current depth 5 meters. 25 meters.
Oh, it's alright. Looking good.
75 meters. Periscope
In
depth.
fact, we're gonna keep it about that depth. About 40 or 35.
5 meters. 35 meters.
Gonna get improved depth.
40 degrees.
And we go back up to periscope.
Meters.
We're gonna go back on the observation.
Depth. Ready for surface operation. Skipper.
Yeah, that's good. That was a close one. It must be because of it's dark at the moment. If it had been like a really sunny day, I'm pretty sure they would have picked up on everything. We'll
All
stop.
engines stop. Destroyer. 320 degrees. Submarine. 340.
Great. We do have a friendly in here
Calculate torpedo course.
at this present time, and that's what's creating this diversion. We are going to try and change.
Depth charges some distance away. Depth charges.
We're going to change our position and move up closer to these ones.
Some distance
In
away.
fact, we've got them coming in.
Depth charges.
Oh no, they've actually sunk another U-boat.
Set a course to these coordinates.
Let's
Calculate
target
torpedo
up.
course. Calculate torpedo course.
We get that one pumped up to around the 90s, and we're on 7-8.
Change course. Faster. Faster.
Obviously, the destroyer's moving away from this location, and that's where we want to go now.
Calculate
We're
torpedo
going to
course.
rely on our 5th torpedo, this one, and then we're going to hit this one pretty much at the same time. This looks like a larger ship coming on up. These are all like 78k, so they're all good, decent size.
Slow ahead.
Yep, it's the sound he's picking up on.
Change course.
Now they've killed off one of our U-boats. That means they're looking for us basically, and oh, I think we've actually got. Oh no, that's not. There's a T5 in the stern there.
Yes, sir.
Let's heat that one up. In fact, let's heat as many as we can up.
Done, sir.
Slow ahead.
Oh, there.
All engines stop.
And
Dive to 20 meters.
Current depth 5 meters.
yeah,
Torpedo and tube 5 maintained.
they haven't actually gone to
These coordinates.
battle stations.
Dead slow ahead.
Yeah, we're going to go back up to take the shot, and then we're going to go down again.
We're at periscope depth. Ready for surface operations.
Torpedo and tube 1 maintained.
Flood tube 5.
Tube 5 flooded.
Torpedo and tube 2 maintained.
Radio guy onto calculator. Maybe that should make it more efficient.
Will do, Captain.
And now we're waiting for the opportune moment. I'm going to drop this to 4. That's 4A coming up for the shot.
Torpedo and tube 4 maintained.
And
Torpedo and tube 3.
30 seconds.
Fire.
this.
Flood tube 1.
20 seconds.
Coming in.
Torpedo hit the enemy. 1 flooded. Serious damage. Destroyer.
Launch.
155 degrees. Destroyer. 165 degrees.
It's a hit.
Destroyer.
Have a quick look at this. Let's see what condition this is in. This is still doing alright, but has got a bit of a lean over. Must be taking on some water there. And now we're going to take it.
Change course.
Drop that decoy. Let's be.
There's an incoming transmission. Destroyer.
165 degrees.
Let's have a look at this torpedo here and see how close we get the shot.
It's coming half the distance.
No, I'm going to take it right down. Oh, it's a miss. Should have actually set up.
10 seconds swim.
I think because this one has just been hit that they've altered their crash dive. Blue,
Lights.
It's a miss.
plenty of ships. We want to go for these 3 now, so we're just going to continue in this direction, I think. We've got
40 meters.
1 destroyer. I should have actually set that up a little bit differently, and it's my mistake.
Depth. 100 meters. Ship propellers directly above us. 120 meters.
Dive to 255 meters.
Affirmative. 140 meters.
I've just dropped another decoy at that particular depth. Now we're heading down to the maximum safe, well beyond that, to the maximum this ship can actually. That boat has actually gone down.
100 meters.
220
Oh.
meters.
Here is an issue. Not good. I did not notice that. So, who was he talking?
Corvette.
175 degrees.
Right, we're gonna have to get the boat up.
315 degrees.
Oh,
Destroyer.
we'll stop.
210 degrees.
Ship propellers
Yeah.
directly above us. 250 meters.
We've got 3 decoys out there, and we're sitting deep. Now we've got to get up there soon and actually pump some air, fresh air into this boat, so we do not want to hang around with these destroyers for too much longer.
185
In
degrees.
fact, we may actually...
110 degrees.
Dead slow astern.
Destroyer. 160 degrees.
I'm going to try and...
All
Let's
engines
stop.
stop.
255 meters. Ship propellers directly above us.
These guys are hunting hard out. They sunk my friendly U-boat. They sunk it within minutes, so these guys must be quite lethal.
Maximum safe depth.
250 meters.
230 meters.
210 meters.
Dive to 100 meters.
190 meters.
We're coming up now. We've got to get some air in here.
130 meters.
They're hanging around. They are hanging around. So, oh, stop. Maximum.
Maximum safe depth.
Captain, the enemy ships are at battle stations.
Don't panic. Focus on your tasks.
We're going back down again.
255 meters.
And we're launching another decoy.
Consider it done, sir.
115 meters.
Back on the depth.
Take care of it.
Let's seal those bulkheads.
180 meters.
Running on the blue.
220 meters.
240 meters.
Yeah, if we see any depth charges coming in. If anything comes down, then we will be increasing our speed
Ship propellers directly
as fast as possible. But there's no depth charges coming down, so they haven't actually set up some type of
destroyer. 230 degrees.
attack.
90
Maximum
degrees.
safe depth.
200 meters.
Yeah, it's the depth. That's what's going on here.
Captain, the enemy ships have sounded their alarms.
We've got to go back down to 260.
Ship propellers
Let's
directly
drop another decoy.
depth charges very close.
Ah, have we? Right.
60 meters.
Let's increase speed.
Faster.
The reason we're increasing speed with the depth charges coming in is disguising the noise, but the main thing is we don't want to be around this particular area now that they're actually dropping depth charges. We want to be moving on up with the convoy. We do not want to hang here and just be like a a sitting duck, and that's what's come down to. So
95 meters.
hopefully, if they've locked into a location where they're dropping depth charges, then
95 meters.
that's a very good thing, because that means that they're going to hang around looking, and
170 degrees.
let's take it on up to depth, snorkel depth.
Current depth 45
Shh.
meters. Destroyer 195 degrees.
See, look at them swarming.
180
These,
degrees.
this is a
Destroyer
prime
215 degrees.
example of what I'm talking about.
Captain, we're at periscope depth.
All of these are destroyers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, they're all looking for me. And if you think that 10 of these roosting over the top of your U-boat, this is just, I'm so glad I filmed this, because this is happening. This is probably one of the worst displays of overkill that I've ever seen. And 10 of these, one of these, just one of these destroyers would be a major threat to myself.
Faster.
I've got to get away from these guys, because the convoys, they're all getting away. Look at them. They're swarming around the decoys. That's what they're doing. And look at them. Oh my goodness me. Oh. I'm just gonna follow this guy.
Change course.
They're just swarming because it's lucky I dropped those decoys. 10 destroyers. One of them could wipe me out. When they actually get lock on you, one destroyer is all they need. All they need. I'm going to actually head on this way because this guy looks like he's heading on this way. Look, they're just hanging around and deadly, absolutely deadly. And it's broad daylight. Let's have a look at the weather. Perfect visibility for those guys. They are after me.
Change course.
I'm surprised I haven't taken any damage. No wonder that other U-boat basically was sunk straight away. That's why, because it swarmed with 10 destroyers. I've got to get away from these guys. I need air, and I can put the ventilator on now, but in fact I might actually save this now. There's just too many. I'm going to boost up with the ventilator. Now they're on a bit of a 5 kilometers. I'm going to put the ventilator on now.
Turn on the ventilation.
See, that's boosting it up very quickly. That means I don't have to lift my snorkel up, which is really what it's all about. Now, the good thing is, too, is that so the oxygen's great in the boat. I'm just going to, I mean, I could pretty much put the
Turn off the ventilation.
snorkel up anyway. In fact, I will be doing that in a moment. I just want to
Full ahead.
get away from these sharks, you know.
Change course. Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course.
Snorkel up. In fact, I'm going to get the radio guy to send out that message.
Report sent.
Wow, honestly. Oh, very lucky on that. It's only because of the decoys, the extra decoys I was throwing out. I thought something was peculiar because it was like one after another it was hitting my actual visibility there, and I just couldn't quite work that out for a moment there, but that is why. It's because they were swarming above me. And I think I'm going to keep it on silent for the time being, and I'm just going to get these torpedoes I have actually got.
Man the diesel engines.
I could use some help over here. Affirmative.
I'm going to get all these ones. In fact, I'm going to start,
Torpedo and tube 4 maintained.
let's get them on direct loading up.
Affirmative. Man the observation periscope.
Oh, honestly, that is an actual prime example. Awesome. So many times you'll have situations like that, you know, and you're taking on a convoy on your own, and or maybe a couple of subs there, but you're vastly outnumbered, and you know you don't know quite what actually sunk you, and you know there it is right there. That's what got you. You know, when you below the surface, you can't see that stuff. You know, it's this time I actually seen it. So
Tube 3 maintained. I have to take a break soon. Torpedo and tube 4 maintained.
all stop.
Stop.
Who needs a break? Let's get him some coffee immediately. Let's get some.
Night lights.
Turn on the pump.
Captain.
Because we went down to such a depth, such low depth, you know, like the maximum of the boat, you're taking a little bit of water into the bilge out there, so it's only a matter of time. You can't actually use the pump at that depth, so
Man the observation periscope. Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course.
you know what I'm going to be doing in a minute. I'm going to hammer this one, hopefully. We're at 7-1. It's 3-5. Not that it should make too much difference. I'm going to be watching.
Change course.
I'm going to be watching this one. I have to know if this boat's actually got fire on deck.
Let's cover half the distance.
This looks like a miss to me.
30 seconds.
Oh no, it's at a T5. Oh, it's a dud. Right, let's get these crew on loading on out. I want T if I've got them, which I don't, and let's get him on that, and I'm going to get this one. Oh, he's got the T5. Load and maintain. Nice one. And it's a dud, so they don't know quite, they aren't aware that I'm here. I'm getting some distance from these destroyers, which is vital right now.
Set a course to these coordinates.
That should actually be already maintained.
Unloaded.
Loading and maintaining means they maintain it before they load it, so this one should be ready to go at any moment, which should take on the A. Okay, all stop. I'm going to target that.
Flood tube 5.
Tube 5 flooded.
All stop.
All engines stop. Fire.
Right, let's watch this one. I've got to know how much damage this thing is doing potentially to this boat. That's what it's all about, really. There's fire on deck. I know it's pretty much going down.
Seconds to impact. 20 seconds. 10 seconds to impact.
Serious damage. We'll stop.
There's an incoming transmission.
I'm not going to waste my time on this. I'm going to actually set a marker on this particular ship. Just so I know if anything happens, I can come back to this point and
Will do, Captain.
finish the job. It looks like it's going down to me.
Torpedo in tube 1. Torpedo in tube 3. Maintain.
Yeah, she's starting to look a little bit worse for wear. And now we're going to go for this particular, is to go right through the middle. I'm going to go for the large ship here.
Torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course.
Crew evacuates the ship.
Yeah, that's that.
Man the radio room.
They're sinking.
She sunk. Let's have a quick look at the tonnage needed for this particular mission. We're only on another 20,000, which 7,000. looking good for this. It's going to be done. I've got the boats here. That's that one going to Davy Jones's locker.
Flood tube 1.
Tube 1 flooded.
Oh, you can check my snorkel out. That doesn't bother me. In fact, what's that?
Set a course to these coordinates.
Captain, enemy ships are at battle stations.
It's
Won't
fine.
be easy. We've survived worse. Let's stay calm.
Right, I'm after B. So I want to hit that at 4.
Tube 1 flooded.
I've got to watch the speed. You'll notice as it turns, it changes speed. That's what you've got to compensate for.
40 seconds.
It's coming in.
20 seconds. 10 seconds to hit.
Doesn't sound too good. Sound a little bit like spanner in the works there, a little some respect.
All engines
I'll
stop.
stop. Gonna watch that speed. Gonna get these guys targeting that.
Calculate torpedo course.
And I'm thinking, oh no,
Evacuates the ship.
that's that. Let's get moving.
Half ahead.
Hey,
Calculate torpedo course.
Report sent.
Change course.
now that they know that there is a sub
Calculate torpedo course.
in the area, they're using like a torpedo avoidance sort of maneuvers, and very important that you wait for your time to shoot. I've made this mistake myself many times where you think, oh great, open shot, take the shot. But yeah, if you can watch that speed, it's regulating now. It's going up and down, and that's what you want to really make sure of.
Calculate torpedo course. Dead slow ahead.
I mean, I'm not even worried about them spotting me now. All the destroyers were over there.
Let's turn the tables on these hunters.
13.
Flood tube 3.
So I'm just waiting now for the right spot. He's coming around. He's what, 11 kilometers. I've got all my guys watching. Now it's jumped up to 12.
Fire.
This is the time. They've calculated the
30
time
seconds.
correctly because it's a constant.
Seconds.
Right, so let's see if it reduces speed, which is what we want. That's what we're waiting for. I'm not even wasting my time with these little boats here. They're only small tonnage. They're looking at around 3 to 5. I want the big ones, you know. That's what it's all about.
Dead slow ahead. Change course.
This one here is still going. Oh no. It looks pretty good. It looks like if it keeps going the way it is, it's going to make it all the way to its destination, you know.
All engines stop.
Just keeps the pumps pumping that water out.
Stations.
Don't panic. Focus on your task.
Oh look, it's increased speed, so we're going to have to hit it again.
Aye, aye. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I've got to get this. I've got to get some torpedoes loaded up. We've got tons, just because we had the milk cow there. That sped the process up so significantly. You know, the milk cow is essential to actually keeping you out here where all the action is, you know. And if you can get that sorted out.
The enemy ships have sounded their alarms.
Won't be easy. We've survived worse. Let's stay calm.
Torpedo and
That's what you want. You want to stay out here on the ocean for as long as possible. Now waiting for the nose to come in, and there it goes. That's actually too deep. I should have dropped that to 3.5.
20 seconds.
And never mind. That's probably the depth was an issue there on that. But that's alright. Tons of torpedoes. I'm going to easily make my quota and finish this chapter in a very quick time.
Yes, sir. I'm on it.
All engines stop.
Torpedo in tube 1.
Even though I've hit it with a torpedo.
Flood tube 1.
1 flooded.
In fact, I hit it 3, 5.
Fire.
40 seconds to impact. It's a hit.
It's a hit, people. And now that's my next target. That looks like a humongous big ship. So, in fact, this one here, Destiny, Empires are all pretty decent size.
Torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course.
The crew evacuates the ship. Report sent.
Yeah, let's have a look at the tally. One more, and then this chapter is done. You know, it's just fortunate to come across this actual convoy the way I did. I've been out here probably a few hours now completing the Mediterranean side of things, and I've seen like this is the largest convoy, and the other one was about 9 ships to 10 ships. That was the other convoy I saw, but all the rest were basically other on their own, you know, ships on their own. So
Set a course to these coordinates.
Ship is sinking.
that actually could be it. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to keep on rolling and doing my job. You know, it's what I got to do. And
Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course.
Captain, the enemy ships are at battle stations.
Won't be easy. We've survived worse. Let's stay calm.
in fact, that could be the ball game. Oh. And let's check it again. No. Well, there's plenty to choose from, and
Change course.
where I'll be now, I just got to get the guys loading up. Right. Get some more in there.
What are your orders, Captain?
Oh,
Captain.
sometimes they get a bit glitched where they won't sort of carry on if you put 2 guys on at once. One will be blocking the other, or you'll have somebody on the bed there and they won't get out. They might be injured or something like that, so you just got to remove those. But it's something to keep an eye out for. And oh, look at these ones here. I'm thinking actually after I sink this one,
Yes, sir. I'll take care of it.
after I sink this one here, I'm going to take these 2 out because I just don't even want to waste my time with the smaller ships.
Flood tube 2.
Tube 2 flooded.
Set a course to these coordinates.
Tube 1 loaded.
Faster. Faster.
And that's that, and it's 5. So I want that on the 3.
Fire.
Firing. Another thing I have noticed is you
Sounded their alarms.
don't want it like you want to have
20
a,
seconds.
that's a dud.
Torpedo was a dud.
Although that's on the 8. Stop
All
on
engines
that.
stop.
Affirmative. Consider it done, sir.
Change course. Dead slow ahead.
Torpedo and tube 1 maintained. Captain, the enemy ships are at battle stations.
Stay sharp.
And
We'll handle this. Flood tube 1.
so 3. Running on a nose is hanging away, heading away. We're gonna do this at 2.5. Should be coming back around.
Fire.
Captain, the enemy ships have sounded their alarms. 40
Let's
seconds.
watch this one. Let's see how where it hits the.
30 seconds.
That's looking good. Oh yeah. Excellent. Right. Full speed. I do believe that's going down. There's no way. That's yeah, that's history. Part of history.
Change course. Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course.
That should be popping up on the well, that's the new one. Let's have a look at this again.
Change course.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like a sub.
Set a course to these coordinates.
Yeah, I've got to get some more torpedoes in there. This is the last lot. Get Hoffman on that. We're
Turn
gonna
on the
get
pump.
oh. Oh, Hoffman.
Will do, Captain.
Cancel.
I'm ready for your orders.
Oh, I'll just get them loaded. Right. Let's get the pump on.
Turn on the pump. Change course. Full ahead.
Now that one, I'll be very surprised if that's not sinking. Come on. There's water just pouring over the side there. Actually, yeah, they could actually do a bit of trawling with these things. Yeah, they're good trawling lines. They put them out, they hang hooks and stuff on there, you know.
Tube 2 loaded. Yes, sir. I'm on it.
Change course.
Torpedo and tube 2 maintained.
We're sitting at about, I'm gonna drop that
Flood tube 2.
5.
Tube 2 flooded.
Man, look at that. Look how much avoidance they're using.
Fire.
Let's fire it now. I suppose you can't blame them.
He's covered half the distance.
Nah, total miss. Total miss.
Seconds to impact. 30 seconds.
Yeah, total miss. Wasted torpedo.
It's a miss. Captain, we've reached our target.
What's this doing? It's still traveling at speed. I can't believe it. Come on, man.
Flood tube 4.
Tube 4 flooded.
Half ahead. Change course.
Gotta take the shot.
Fire.
Not too happy with the angle on that either, but it's got to be done.
Let's cover half the distance. 40 seconds. 20 seconds.
Still traveling at speed. I just can't believe it. In fact, I'm just going to all stop. And
Skipper?
get Hoffman on that.
Yes, sir. I'll take care of it. What are your orders, Captain? Yes, sir. I'm on it.
I mean, they're still traveling at speed too, but they don't look too good. They look like they're taking on a mile of water. Let's have another look at that other one. Look at that. Oh. Finally. Which one's that? That's A, which is this one here. Going down. But it's this one I'm worried about because... Oh, that's a 7-8. This must be going down. Honestly, that's ridiculous. Get your, they only have to open a window or,
Set a course to these coordinates.
in fact, I'm just going to target this.
Faster.
I think that should be the mission. The 78, the 78K one here. This is the last torpedo, so I've got to basically, I'm going to have to target that one.
And the observation periscope.
I should really be going for
Calculate torpedo course.
finishing this one off,
Torpedo course.
but this is only a 5.5600 and I pretty much believe that it's going to sink anyway, and this one here is a larger boat, so I've got to go for that really.
Change course. Set a course to these coordinates.
Funnel smoke. Small group. Bearing 185 degrees.
Honestly, I just can't believe that. It's powering through. Look at the boat. It's still going at speed. That guy there's still swabbing the deck. I mean, mate. You'd think they'd be abandoning ship, you know, but I suppose if you're out there, you wouldn't want to be. You'd carry on to the bitter end, I dare say.
Tube 3. Tube 3 flooded.
Oh. And right, I think it's gonna use some type of diversion, sort of avoidance sort of routine here. So I'm gonna wait for a moment.
Slow ahead. Set a course to these coordinates.
Captain, we've been spotted.
Stay sharp. Don't panic.
Coming in.
Faster. Faster.
It's moving out.
Slow ahead. Change course.
And then it's gonna come in again in a moment.
Change course.
That's it.
Tube
Target
Tube 3 flooded.
and fire.
40 seconds to impact. Torpedo hit the enemy. Fire.
That's a direct. Oh. Full stop.
all engines stop.
Serious damage though. Look at the defenses this boat has. Huge amount of guns on it. If I surface this U-boat right now, that thing will still absolutely hammer me. It'll sink my boat.
Half ahead.
Crew evacuates the ship.
That could be it.
Set.
This could be the mission. Let's check it out again. Done it. Completed. Wow. And that ship that's I might even let that go. Full stop.
All engines stop.
That ship that
Change course.
we're gonna stop silent
Terminate
running.
silent running. Return to normal operation.
Open bulkheads.
Alarm
Alarm.
Turn on
Gyro
the gyro
compass. And keep the snorkel up. And I'm just going to put one on observation. This crew, they've done very well on this one, apart from
Set a course to these coordinates.
the other thing where one of the crew murdered each other. But apart from that, we were doing alright. We were a tight crew that day. We got the job done.
Set a course to these coordinates.
Tube 1 loaded.
Is that? Oh, let's have a look at that. This can't be the... Oh, it is. There it is. Well, you know what? Mission is complete. I'm gonna let this one go. Look at that, it must be using... Again, this is the air intakes for the engine. Oh, it's amazing how this thing can actually do this, you know. It has the air intakes here. It must be like snorkel type situation. But anyway, I've got no more torpedoes left. And I don't want to surface the boat because some of these freighters are actually lethal. Oh, I've got one torpedo left. Where is that guy? Right, let's
Set a
just...
course to these coordinates. Dead slow ahead.
Let's
Alarm. Take your
Let's
position.
get it done.
Stay calm and focus.
This guy could be the crescendo to this chapter, and then I'll just put it straight onto the actual end
I need some help here.
to see how many ships I sunk
I'm on it.
on this particular leg. But I just want to remind everyone, make sure you send over your milk cow early, because
All
it
engines
takes a
stop.
while for it to get there, and it takes an officer, and you do it through the headquarters there, and you'll find that if you do it, you set it up properly, then you can perpetually stay out here and just do the job. You know, you won't have to worry about some,
Calculate torpedo.
you know, having to go back and forth. You've got constant supply, and that's what it's all about out here. You don't want to be going back to port and sending them on vacation every 5 minutes, because time runs out, and you miss out on a lot of actual bonuses and achievements, you know. So here it comes. Well, this is the last torpedo. the last ship of this chapter, the Mediterranean battle for the Mediterranean. So
Flood tube 1.
Tube 1 flooded.
Dead slow astern. Set a course to these coordinates.
we'll stop.
All engines stop.
And what depth have we got it? Let's run it a bit shallower at 3. Wait until it's pretty much a nice square hit. And
Fire!
let's watch that. If it sinks it, it does. This is like 50-50 at this
30
stage.
seconds. 20 seconds.
Sweet crescendo to the chapter, the Mediterranean. Now all I'm doing is the operations, Mediterranean operations, and that's it. Then I'm up to the Atlantic or the Arctic convoys, which that's the big boy stuff. That's where the deep water is. That's the hard stuff. So
Man the radio room.
you know, you're up there and it's a desperate type of thing. Big boats, all the main stuff's out there, I dare say, and biggest and the baddest. So hopefully we can find a few battleships. I don't really see those guys much.
Message received.
Be quite good to get a few of these big battleships out here at sea and put a few of those, you know, down. So right, we're going to head on out of the way and
Ship is sinking.
Report sent.
sunk.
Captain, we have reached our target.
We're just going to head on out of this particular area so we can complete the mission now. Right, so I want to thank everybody so much once again just for watching my show. I know it's quite long to watch, and I know I probably waffle on a bit, but it's just really to keep the sort of the flow going. And yeah, so thanks so much for watching, and I'll put you onto the final credits, and hopefully see you again. Tune in another episode. We're heading on up to doing the Mediterranean operations, finishing that off, and then heading on to Arctic convoys, and that's it. Should be nearly complete. So thanks so much, and I'll see you again. Bye.
Degrees.
Captain, we've risen to the surface.